Hey guys, how's it going? Onus here, and welcome to the 6th round of the FSR 2015 Pro Championship and my personal highlights. So after 5 out of 5 wins, indeed 100% scoring, it is time for the Austrian Grand Prix around the Spielberg circuit. And it has been a long while ago since FSR last raced around here. It was in the early 2000s, I believe. Last year we didn't race at this track, so it's a new track for most of us, of course, if not all. And skipping here straight away to Q2. The reason for that is that the race highlights will be a little bit longer than normal. And it's Q1, you know, Q1, nothing interesting happened there. I got through to Q2, I was like 2nd or 3rd, or maybe even 1st, I do not even know. I think D'Alessandro was slightly quicker than me. Or it was the other way around, but nonetheless we are through to Q2. It's obviously the thing which matters most. Currently on the softer compound here, 2 tire compounds around this track, soft and medium, and they will have a big influence on the race later on. But that all is for later. We are here on our outlap for Q2. Not expecting the best thing in qualifying ever. I did do some laps, but definitely was focused more on the race. Nonetheless, we're going here to drive around this circuit, which has only 8 corners, and we're coming up to the first one right now. Prick the brake marker, 100 me bar down to 3rd gear, swing it in, hit the apex there. I nailed it absolutely. Also had a good exit. That's exactly the amount of curb you really want to get on the entry there. Then the first corner, I remember being up here on the time of D'Alessandro, so I was quicker at this stage. Turn 2, then big braking zone, but a rather close to perfect exit, I think it looked like. Then prepare for turn 3, pick once again the brake marker going downhill, 100 meter bar down to 2nd gear, swing it in. Then get hard on the power, a bit of oversteer on the exit, could have been worse though. I had a beautiful turn 2, so I was able to lose a little bit of time there. It's no worries, no harm done there. Turn 4 then. Bit of a lift in there, completed the 2nd sector, turns 5 and 6. Couldn't really get it to swing into turn 5, could I? Bit of smoke coming from the tire, and then there's 2 more corners to go. Though I was still up on D'Alessandro after the 2nd sector. Penultimate corner not going well, the final corner to go, pushing all the way and going off the track. That is too hard pushed, and well, you only have one chance at it. What I did here was incredibly stupid. I already messed up the penultimate corner a bit. But then watch what I did here. Throttle, like seriously, even before the apex even. And I just don't have the downforce to do that. It was very stupid from me. That's a corner extension. And why I decided to abandon the lap and not keep on going is because, you know, I was in Q2. And that means that I can still start from 10th place here. If I would have been, if I would have kept on going, yes, maybe I would have been in 2nd, maybe even 1st, since I was faster than D'Alessandro. But I still had a sloppy 3rd sector anyway, I think. But anyway. I can now start at 10th place, and otherwise you will have a back of the grid penalty, as there are some cars which have some
everyone in front
issues.
seems to be on soft.
Bit of team radio there, sorry I missed that. Team radio's back after Canada, and I said there everyone in front seems to be on soft, which was indeed the case. So D'Alessandro finishing or qualifying in 2nd. Sander Callas in the end grabbed pole only by like half a tenth. So not a lot at all. Christoph in 5th there, our teammate. Craig Baxter in 7th. David Cook in 8th. Good qualifying for his standards, I believe. DeWalt now in 9th. Here we are then in 10th, but on the medium tire. So going for a different strategy here. I felt more comfortable on the medium tire around this track. And maybe at the end of the stint, or at the end of the race rather, we should attack. That's where I then went with medium. They are about 2 to 3 tenths slower maybe. But they are becoming faster and faster every lap. So they don't really have a drop-off point, which is really nice.
10% final corner.
55 is good. Looking for 65 at the rear for the start.
Right, so asking Justin for the best tire temperatures here at the actual final corner. He also is with 55. 65 is the aimed temperature at the grid here. Doing 3 burnouts in order to get that. That was a short first one. Is this the second one as the pressure builds? I remember saying at the beginning of the formation lap to actually I said to Justin, wow, there are really a lot.
123.9 liters, 62 degrees at the rear.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Keep forgetting the radio. I said to Justin, there are a lot of cars in front of me. Anyway, 4 lights already. 5 lights starting from P10 on the medium tire. Need a good start here. Lights out. And away we go. Took a long while before the lights went out there. But a reasonable start from us at the moment. We'll have a look at the replay obviously later from the onboard perspective. Coming to turn 1 though, it seems like I'm able to climb a few places. I think I have a good exit. Ronzini in front of us, and indeed climbing a couple of places. I think at the moment up to P7, meaning we climbed 3 positions. Entering turn 2, a little bit of lag there involved, nothing too serious though. Ronzini coming back on the inside, good move from him. Gonna have to stick around the outside, going a bit deeper to the corner. Able to put the power down nicely though, and so I defend from Ronzini. And I think I climbed 3 places there on the start. We'll have a look at that in the replay later on, of course. So far so good, has to be said. Or I'm up to P8, I'm not sure, but there's a guy in front of me. I think David Cook making a mistake there. And that is P7 then. That has to be P7, I believe. P7 or P6 even. I'm not entirely sure. This might be P6 actually. So good start. Exactly what we wanted on that medium tire. We should have the disadvantage obviously here in the first couple of laps. But that's definitely what we wanted. A good start there. Going through the final 2 corners here. Pick up a bit of understeer on that medium tire. First lap completed. Bit of team radio here.
So far so good, not a single bit of damage.
Also no damage from the start. It's good to hear. Sometimes you have a front wing plate which gets knocked off or anything like that. Not the case for the start here. Let's have a look at the start. Not a great initial launch. You could see me there getting a lot of wheel spin. But David Cook on the inside there braked rather early for the first turn. And there's someone on my outside that has to be the wall now. Then Ronzini getting a very poor exit. Able to steal that place from him. Tries to go back on the inside here. I saw that. I went to the middle of the track nonetheless. Ronzini did a good job here. I couldn't brake at my latest because there was a battle going on in front of me as well. But having a good exit luckily. And then here's the incident with David Cook. Just clipping the inside curb and losing it there. Getting used to the heavy fuel load obviously. This is the perspective from David Cook. You have to say, I have a lot of respect for what David Cook did. He braked rather early. You see me there jumping in, but watch this. This was rather close, and David Cook turned into the corner at exactly the right time, avoiding me. That could have ended up a lot worse, but luckily David Cook gave the respect that was needed there and gave the space which was needed there. Skipping to lap 3 though.
I think low 108 is good. Low to mid 108.
Just in my engineer setting targets there 108. Low 108 should be good. That is indeed probably lap time what the leaders are doing. That is an average or a decent lap time rather. Looking at Christoph, my teammate. Started in P5 I think, still in P5 or P4 even. Is this P4? I think this is P4. Jacques Wagner is in P3. Alessandro second. Carlos in first. So we are in P6 at the moment. Looking at P5. Craig Baxter in front. Lap 4. On the medium tire obviously. Remember that. May not take too many risks here because we know we will be faster towards the end of the race, and then it's our time to shine and time to attack. But obviously every advantage you can gain here in this first stint already is nice, and you take that with you obviously for the final stint. One stop here around this track. This should be a one stop, except if you are a bit poor with tire wear and tire conservation. Doing a bit on the grass on the exit, you can do that though. It's all calculated. Opening up lap 5. Craig Baxter still in front. Going a bit deep into the first corner. I have a better exit here. Picking up the slipstream now. This is not a DRS zone. DRS zones around the track. One on the main straight. One on the exit of turn 2. Coming up to turn 2 right now though. Picking up the slipstream from Craig Baxter with a fence to the inside. Gonna have to go around the outside. Can we do it? No. Try to go for the undercut, but Baxter was there. Somebody there going for the undercut, or at least trying to do that. But Baxter managing to defend the inside rather well. I cannot turn into the corner there, even though I did it, but then I realized he was there. I had to back out of it again, do a few steps with the wheel and then turn into the corner. Good defending from Baxter though. But defending from Baxter there cost him a bit of time. And he may not be into the DRS range of Christoph anymore. And that means that I will have a higher top speed obviously down those DRS straights. If he doesn't have it. If he does have it, of course, it neutralizes the effect I'm going to have. Skipping to the end of lap 7 here. Carlos still leading from Alessandro. Wagner in third. Where there is 6, as the back marker gets out of the way. Exit of turn 1. Again, Crackshair going deep into turn 1. Compromising his exit speed. This time a lot closer though. Pick up the slipstream here as well. Look at this. Coming closer, coming closer, coming closer. 7th gear. Now it's gonna be a braking battle here. On the outside, I am Baxter on the inside. And I take him, I think, around the outside. Gonna put the power down. Yes, I can. Sweeping it around the outside of Baxter there. lot of respect given by Baxter as well. Good stuff. We're on the outside of turn 2, braking rather late, but I was already on the... I think I was already ahead of him on the entry of the corner, so it may not have been as spectacular as it maybe looked. But up to P5 now after lap 7.
Fuel is good. Fuel is good. Big gap after Christoph in front of you. Big gap after Christoph in front of you.
Justin saying there that Christoph is in 4th at the moment, but there's a big gap to Wengler, who's in P3 at the moment. Our target here was to finish ahead of Sander Callas, as he is in 2nd place of the championship.
Can't get within the DRS zone yet.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You will get him eventually. You will get him. Tire life is important here.
Tire life is important indeed. Christoph making a mistake there.
Christoph starting to struggle with understeer, I believe.
Yep, he will not get DRS. He will not get DRS.
Christoph falling out of DRS range from Wengler, who made a mistake before. I think we caught up to him. But this is crucial for me here. Christoph on the curb though! Christoph on the sausage curb. Another chance for me as someone made a mistake.
Yeah, Christoph is in trouble.
Yeah, he's in trouble. That is something we indeed see. And he lets us through though. Breaking rather early. Our teammates here. Christoph being a team play here. Thank you, Christoph.
He let me through.
Indeed, he let us through. Christoph under pressure there. Probably knows that we are a bit faster. Went too deep to turn 1. There's a big sausage curb on the exit. He got well, stuck on it. Then he knows what time it was, as I had the slipstream into turn 2. So up to P4 at the moment. Wengler in 3rd. Leaders are about 4 seconds ahead of us. Justin said it before. Big gap in front of Christoph. We are now in that gap then. But can we close up to the leaders? It's actually D'Alessandro in 3rd, so I apologize. It wasn't Wengler who made a mistake, it was D'Alessandro who made a mistake and dropped back to P3 at the moment. Lap 12 of the race. They should be pitting in about 7.
You're faster than the top 2. You are faster than the top 2.
In 6-7 lap time. And there was some smoke on the entry of the pit. I wonder who that was. We'll find it out later though. Lap 17 of the race. We are there. But where's Wengler? We saw Carlos flying through there. We saw Michele D'Alessandro. But we are currently in 3rd place, which means Wengler went to the pit lane. And actually the smoke you saw on the pit entry was Wengler crashing on the entry of the pit. And I think at this stage Wengler was out. I didn't know knew that at this stage, but we will hear Justin saying it rather soon. Lap 18 of the race though, started from P10. Had a rather good start. I was lucky there that I didn't have any kind of contact or whatever. And also the respect being given to me was good to see. Was able to climb a few positions, then up to P3 at the moment. Wengler, who is not in contention anymore for a podium spot, I would say. Well, we are, and we are on the medium tire, and that dot on the horizon, which is in this case a back marker, but in front of that D'Alessandro, he is not really gaining, even though he is on the soft tire. Obviously, they are wearing out faster than my medium tire, but they should also be the faster tire. And I can tell you actually at this stage, I was, I think, fastest of the race. That's also what Justin said. So on that medium tire and being quicker, this is a perfect case scenario for us at the moment. I didn't really think about a victory yet though.
They pitted.
They did pit. So P1 at the moment. Sander Carlos and D'Alessandro both pitting. But now the question is, when are we going to pit? We can't stay out for much longer. Lap 21.
Wengler in front or behind them?
Behind.
Yeah, behind. Behind. Justin says here that Wengler is behind. At this stage I said it. I didn't know Wengler was out. And I asked them whether Wengler was in front of those two guys.
Wengler is out. Wengler is out.
And here we say it. Or here we see it. Hear it rather. Justin says Wengler is out. So obviously Wengler went for a huge undercut. I think it was on the 2-stop. But he might have ended up then in front of Alessandro.
Box this lap. Box this lap. If you think you can do one more, go ahead. If not, box this lap.
So it's only lap 22 of the race, and Justin already says box this lap, which is I think a good call, because we are losing about 8 to 6 tenths, 6 to 8 tenths a lap here at the moment on these old medium tires, while they are on the fresh tires. So all the time, or every single minute we stay out here, is going to be quite a bit of time lost. It's a rather short track. Team radio.
Losing a lot of time now, box.
Yeah, indeed, losing a lot of time now on those worn tires. I knew it at this stage, obviously they are fresh tires and you just lose a lot of time. Obviously we are going to struggle probably towards the end of the race on the soft tire, but I didn't care at this stage. I just at least wanted to get a shot at overtaking those guys, because at the moment a win is possible.
In the pit lane 61.1 liters, 39.44 at the front. Soft tires.
39 in the front. Front left tire there. 39% left. Pitting here. Pushed quite hard in that first stint. Also with the pedals. Exit.
You should come out ahead of Christoph. You should come out ahead of Christoph.
So that means we should rejoin in P3. Let's have a look. Where's Christoph?
Exit P3.
Perfect. Perfect. That's what we wanted.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Christoph is way behind us, so good point from Justin. P3 at the moment. Clear air in front of us. Here's Sander Callas. Alessandro behind him. Alessandro definitely caught up a bit to him. Visually you can see the gap. What's the gap here?
Now look after these tires. Look after the fronts. We will be faster.
That's the gap. Justin reminding me to be careful on these tires. Putting in lap 22. 21 laps on the soft tire. That's a lot of laps, but it is possible. And what is also possible, I think, is a victory here, because we'll be so much faster than those guys. Just go a bit wide there. Don't want to be doing that. Can easily spin you out, but definitely pushing here. Also making use of all the track there. But right now is really the time to push. Even though Justin said be careful, you know, with the tires. To be honest, yeah, of course you hear that and you pay attention. But as a racer right now, yeah, you see those cars in the horizon. You see those dots. And you see them coming at you closer and closer every lap. That is something you really want to see. Here behind Sander Callas though. Sander made a mistake.
This pace is good. This pace is good. Sander lost time. Sander lost time.
Indeed, being confirmed by Justin there. Sander losing time. So P3 at the moment. Alessandro leading then. Both of these drivers have already made a few mistakes in the opening stage of the race. Losing about 4 seconds or so. So they should have been 4 seconds up the road, but hey, they made a mistake, and that's what they did. Lap 28 though, definitely catching up to those guys. As I said though, on the horizon you can see those dots, and they are getting closer and closer at you. And I visually noticed that I was gaining quite a lot of time on those guys, and it motivated me to keep on pushing. But at this stage as well, I wasn't pushing as hard as in the beginning stage of this stint here. Because you know that you're gonna need those tires towards the end as well. Again, making use of all the track here. Pushing quite hard. Rather insane to see that I started from P10. But still fighting here for a win perhaps. And already in the podium places. It's just about how quickly we can pass Alessandro. We definitely have the pace obviously at the moment. You know, that's an obvious fact. You see the dot there, that white dot. That is the Alessandro. Keep on pushing now. It is definitely possible. We just need to clear Sander as soon as possible once we catch up to him. And at the end of lap 29, we are already on him. We have the DRS here.
One more car. In front of Sander, there's another traffic car.
Some traffic in front of Sander. Sander definitely being held up a bit into turn 1. Sander goes deep into turn 1 as well though. Picking up 30 F from the car. And this might be another an opportunity straight away. Lap 30 of the race. We are going to have to go around the outside. Same what we did to Craig Baxter maybe. We are already ahead. Sander braking rather late though. Can I make a stick around the outside? Trying it. Same move what I did to Craig Baxter. But having oversteer on the exit of turn 2. Almost losing the car there. And Sander having DRS though. And I don't have it, I think. So Sander able to stay ahead at the moment. But going for the undercut into turn 3. But the nature of the corner doesn't really allow that. But remember, I have more grip obviously. The battle has started, that's for sure. And as I said, need to clear this guy as soon as possible. But we know that Sander is a tough cookie to crack. Definitely not easy. This guy knows what he is doing. Usually rather good at defending. Remember the battle in Malaysia between him and me when he was attacking me and I was defending. So basically the other way around. But we're side by side for a couple of corners. The racecraft from this driver is really strong. Alessandro in the distance though. And obviously the more we are going to battle, the more of an advantage Alessandro is going to get. If we want to win this, we have 11 laps to go. We need to pass him as soon as possible. Can I do it here already though? That's the question. Turn 2, picking up the slipstream. No DRS, of course, down this straight. And I'm too far back at the moment. Braking here, right on the limit of braking there. That has to be said. DRS wide open then. Run to turn 3, picking up the slipstream as well. Here we go. Sander defending the inside. Gonna have to go around the outside. It's hard though around this corner. Around the outside of this corner is so hard. Again going for the undercut. Does it work? No it doesn't. Sander putting the power down nicely. Can't do anything at the moment. Maybe to turn 4 around the outside. Sander going on the inside. No, can't do it there. Turn 4 definitely not. Passing location too much on the curb there. Almost losing it. Oh, and that's the moment I realized that I need to maybe take it a bit slower and more easy.
Need to be
Easily.
patient.
Need to be patient, indeed. That's what I say there. What team radio?
Big gap to Christoph behind. Third is pretty much guaranteed. Race all you want.
So Christoph definitely dropped back behind. Which means if we are going to make a mistake or something like that, we still should be in third. But Sander is the guy I really want to beat. I mean, he is second in the championship. In order to win this championship, it's simple. I just need to score more points than the second place in the championship, as we are leading obviously the championship by quite a margin. So I really want to get past this guy, trying to go for the undercut there. And I was rather close to hitting him on the apex of the corner. Looking at it from the T-cam, it doesn't look as close as it does from the cockpit cam. I thought I was going to hit Sander actually while I was driving, so I couldn't get on the throttle there. Sander having a moment on the exit, but I'm again too far back. And Alessandro is just walking away with it at the moment, and I can't do anything about it. Sander defending rather brilliantly, having the top speed as well. He's doing just everything right at the moment, and I'm gonna have to come up with something else perhaps, because this is not working. I need to be closer than him, to him than this. Penultimate corner, flying through that was nice. Final corner. Sander also quick here. Sander extending the corner a little bit. Went quite wide there. Still that dot in the distance. That is still the Alessandro, of course. I want to get him badly. Going wide. Oh, a bit deep into turn 1, but we both went deep into turn 1. So it compromised the effect Sander was going to have. Again behind him though. Same story as the last lap. Again going for the undercut here. Again, I can't do it though. Sander is in the way when I want to put the power down. I can't put the power down, otherwise I will hit him off. I can't do that. The air is wide open again. But Sander defending the inside. I want to go to the inside desperately, but I can't do it. So I'm going to have to do it again. This time not really taking the undercut line, but staying more in his slipstream, which seems to work because I'm on the outside of turn 4. Surely not. Surely not around the outside of turn 4. Side by side for turn 4. Going into turn 5 right now. Still side by side. I have the inside line for turn 6, but Sander closing the door there.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. No other explanation for that. Side by side through turn 4. Something incredible, really. What a fantastic battle at the moment. And at this stage I was enjoying it so much I didn't even care about the Alessandro anymore. I really didn't. Here's the Alessandro. This is the gap he has. Rather close to Sander this time though. Closer than I ever was before. This might be the best opportunity yet. Here we go in the slipstream. Sander going defensive, so we're gonna have to go around the outside again. This time I'm not going for the undercut because it didn't work previously. Or for the cut back is it rather. Keep saying the undercut. I do go for the undercut though, but can't make it work. I keep going for the cutback there. And I keep saying undercut as well while it's a cutback. Rather close though, gonna have to cut myself off once again. Into turn 3, side by side, the ERS closing there. Around the outside, can I do it? Contact made on the exit. No, can't do it.
Bit of contact made, just need to be patient.
Again, need to be patient. There are still plenty of laps to go. I have the pace, that is for sure. But where are you going to pass this guy? I said it down the run to the run down to turn 2. You know, I keep going for the undercut. It's just not working. That was the best opportunity yet. Maybe I just need to do what I did to Craig Baxter before as well. Just sweep it around the outside if I can. Sander is going to expect me probably to cut back the whole time because I've done it before. So I need to surprise him somehow. Maybe do a dummy, but the thing is, Sander keeps defending the inside rather brilliantly the whole time. Here we go again, lap 35. 8 more laps to go. The Alessandro disappearing in the distance, that's for sure. Here we go, up to gear 7. Going for the inside. Sander defends it again. Yep, can't go on the inside, so I'm gonna have to go around the outside. This time I try it around the outside. Here we go. Side by side, putting the power down on the curb though. It's hard to put the power down on the curb. You always get some oversteer, but managed to do it rather nicely. The DRS wide open then. Sander doesn't have the DRS obviously into turn 3. Already got past into turn 3. Surely this is the move, but Sander braking incredibly late. What a fantastic move from Sander at the moment. Side by side again, going into turn 4 probably. I have the shorter run here. Down to turn 4. Here we go again, side by side through turn 4, and contact made on the exit there. Yes, contact indeed made, but I keep it around the outside of the inside line here, and that is finally the move done. But what a battle it was for about 6 laps or so. Incredible to see it, and incredible respect to Sander as well. I mean, this guy gave me so much respect, and what a battle it was for sure.
24.2. Tires just above 60.
Fuel is good, fuel is good. I'm not sure you'll be able to catch Alassane.
Now, Justin, being honest there, I'm not sure whether you are able to catch Alessandro. As we have a look here side by side, it's just incredible to see through all those corners. And yeah, this is just respect. And it's fantastic to see that. Maybe he closed the door there a bit, you know, it was a bit rough, but hey, that's part of racing, you know, I'm not going to cry about that. Nothing happened, it's just part of racing. You need to be hard, you need to be tough. We see it again from Sander, but this was all fair in my opinion. I'm not going to cry about that. I mean, a bit of balls there is okay. But what a battle it was. It's fantastic to see that. And Sander here, look at this. This is just total bravery from Sander. Never wanting to give up on that place, and he almost got me there, has to be said. He actually got me, he got me. But then I obviously had the grip here through these corners. Incredible to see, that's for sure. But now in P2, and the gap to Alessandro is about 5 seconds. Just as said it, not sure whether you are able to catch him, and I think it's realistic.
Yep, you'd need a second a lap on him to catch him, a second a lap.
Yeah, that's probably too much. You hear it in Justin's voice as well, you know, he knows it, I know it as well, it's probably too much, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. Lap 39 over 33.
You're 5/10 quicker than Alisson ahead. 5/10. I say push for the win though. I say push for the win. Even third would be a good result from 10th. If you can keep doing high 106s, we might have a chance.
Justin becoming a bit more positive. And after, or we see the gap to Alessandro or the Carlos there. Look at that, a fantastic gap already after 3 laps or so. Very close, and that white dot in the distance, it is becoming bigger and bigger for me. And what a motivation it is. Bit of oversteer there in the middle of turn 4, trying to put the power down. These tires wearing. You hear me saying, I think it was at the end of lap 36. Tires just above 60%. And listen how much wear there is. At the end of the race, I'll say it.
Tires are dropping.
8/10 quicker that lap. 8/10 faster than Alisson. We could get him. We could get him. White flag, final lap.
Skipping all the way to lap 43 there, by the way. It ended being about 6 to 8 tenths faster than Alessandro the whole time, I think. But the gap was just too big, and you hear me there saying tires dropping off too. Remember I said 60% tire wear in lap 36. Well, 7 laps later, I can tell you the front left at the end of the race was 29%. So I took out 30% of the tire life in 7 laps. And that is rather crazy. I was pushing so hard. I remember doing this all the time basically last season, which cost me a lot of time the whole time, because I made mistakes, and it was because I pushed too hard, but I couldn't care. I wanted to get that win so badly because I felt like it was possible today. I just battled too long with Sander though, that's for sure. You see my tires, they are not looking healthy at all, but I think we have to give up on the 100% scoring, because Sander is finishing 3rd, we are 2nd, but Michele D'Alessandro is taking home the first victory for him in FSR, and so big congratulations to him. We take home 2nd after starting from P10.
Good race.
Great race. Great race.
29% left of the front.
Sander was about 9 or 10 seconds behind in the end, and that's all that matters, is that we beat Sander.
Absolutely.
That was a hell of a battle. Everyone in the FSR chat saying that was the best battle of the season. Best battle of the season.
Correct. Yeah, he knows how to race.
Yeah, that was impressive, especially once we saw the pace difference once you got by him.
Yeah. Oh man. Good job, Justin.
Thank you. You too. From 10th. That's impressive, man. That is impressive. I mean, in the end, you were almost in DRS range. You were so close to being in DRS range. If we could play this game, if you had managed to pass Sander a little bit quicker, maybe we would have had a shot. But
true,
it doesn't matter. We finished ahead of Sander.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed because we could have got first, but after a few hours, I'll be happy, I'm sure.
Good choice starting on the mediums. I think that was definitely the right call.
And when you win 5 out of the first 5 races, you start to become a little bit ego, and you don't really... second place, of course, it's good after starting from P10, but I knew it was possible today to get first as well. I just battled too long with Sander. Respect to Sander for that as well. Justice said it, very impressive, which it was indeed. and so we finished in second. As I said though, I really wanted to get first. I mean, yeah, 100% scoring. You want to keep that up and do 6 out of 6 races, and then you are. Let's be honest, we were quite close here. Of course, Alessandro made a few mistakes during this race, like 2 or 3, and if he didn't make them, you would have won easily. But still, you know, you are so close. But in the end, of course, Alessandro deserves it, and congratulations to him. That's obviously all we can say. I think that's pretty much it though. The team radio summarized it, I think, pretty well. Got a good start, and well, that was pretty much it. I want to thank Justin for engineering, and was rather good to have him back again in his video as well. So next race will be at Hockenheim, which is one of my favorite tracks. This was one of my worst track of the season, by the way. I didn't like it at all. Plus, I wasn't really feeling well before this race, so in the end, maybe we should be happy with second. But as I said before, though, being so close to first, you are a little bit disappointed, has to be said, and I still think it would have been possible. Anyway, there is a point of view from the battle with Sander Carlos on my channel as well, and that point of view is taken with triple monitor. So for people who have one monitor, you have you see the video on one monitor but very wide. People who have triple monitor setup, they will see the video on 3 monitors, so they will be happy with that, I'm sure. But even though you're using one monitor, it's still, I think, worth a shot to look at it, because it is absolutely amazing. It's full onboard point of view, and well, I think it's pretty much it. It has been an incredible race. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to leave it here though, and I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks time in Hockenheim, and I really want to strike back and get a victory again, because at the moment, when you have 5 out of 5 wins of the first 5 races, that's only what counts again. So I hope to be back strong again in 2 weeks time. For now, I hope to see you next time. If you have enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like, and that is pretty much it. See you next time. Take care and goodbye.